Hi everyone, and welcome to another video brought to you by Corec Group. In this video we'll be using TBC to bring in a CAD drawing and convert it to 3D data so we can use in the field, in our controllers or in our machine control. Okay, so first off I've opened up just a blank template in TBC, just called it Pond. I have a CAD drawing that I've got which I haven't used yet, so literally I'm just going to load that into my display. So it's just drag and drop, it loads up and it says there's errors, 3 warnings, so if I want to see it, yes or no, so I'll just go no, and there we have our CAD drawing. Okay, so first off you can actually click on a line, and usually on the left hand side I always have my properties open here on the left hand side, but if you right click, go to properties, it'll tell you there elevation is 0. Sometimes if the elevation is questionable, it'll have a little question mark there as well. So a real nice way to change that is if you go into CAD and go into change elevation, you can select on the element and go absolute or delta, give it an offset or relevant to a point or a surface elevation. You can click in what elevation you want and hit apply. Okay, so this has 0, and if I click on this one it also has 0. So on your View Filter Manager here down on the bottom left, if you don't have your View Filter Manager open or your properties open, they're here in the Quick Access toolbar. Default is usually at the top, but here I've mine moved to the bottom, so you right click, show above or below. Okay, so you have your View Filter Manager, your Project Explorer and your Selection Explorer. You have also your properties here. So if you see that there's function keys associated to these commands, there's a previous video done on function keys in TBC. So what we can do is, in our View Filter Manager, if you go all the way down to the bottom, you'll notice that there's a couple of extra tabs. So if you go all the way down to the end, there's a display option, and it says 0 elevations display options. So it says do not display. So if I click on that, now there's all the elevation is gone. So if you bring in your CAD drawing and some of it's in 2D, some of it is in 3D, if you click on that it'll only show the 3D. I usually say display in an alternative color, so when you click on that you can pick a color grey, and everything that's grey is in 2D, and then everything else is normal color, which is in 3D. So I'll just leave it at normal. So there's one way to change it. So if we want to change this, there's one way, there's a couple of ways actually to do it in TBC. So you can click in here, right click, edit, and it'll open up your CAD circle as a line string. Okay, so when you click on an element here, it'll tell you the X and Y's and elevations. Okay, so if I select the first arc, you can click in there and change it to 100. Hit enter, and then once you're happy with that, you can go to the second arc and go to 100 as well. Hit enter, and then you can close that. So just to show you what that looks like, I'll go into my 3D view, and you'll notice there now it has changed. What I usually do here is I go up to my 3D view, right click on it and go into a vertical tab so I can see what's going up and down in 2D or 3D. So next option is I can click on this one. For this one I'm going to do something different, and I'm going to go into CAD and going to go into change elevation. So I want the absolute elevation for that one to be higher, so I'm going to go with 110 and hit apply. Now that's complete. So now you have your pond complete, so you have your top, your bottom completed. So now we can go into surface, we can create a surface, call it pond. Say it's going to be a design, color we'll just leave it grey, select items, so highlight these two, hit OK. There's my surface done, and now I'm ready to go out to my controller. So my controller, I can export out my DXF and my TTM, and if I want I can go out to other options like machine control and start creating my project library for Trimble Artworks, or export out to GCS 900. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much. Bye.